My ex-girlfriend sued me for lifelong support, claiming we had a financial agreement. I exposed her deception, and she ended up humiliated. At 35, working as an accountant in Minneapolis, my life was straightforward and predictable. I lived comfortably in a modest apartment, enjoying occasional outings with friends and a stable job at a local financial firm. My routine provided stability, even if it lacked excitement. About 3 years ago, my routine changed dramatically when I met Amanda at a mutual friends gathering. She was vibrant, charming, and effortlessly engaging, drawing me into an intense relationship almost immediately. Our early days were filled with spontaneous trips, late-night conversations, and whispered dreams of a shared future. Amanda spoke often of her ambitions, her dreams of entrepreneurial success, and I found myself captivated by her energy. Over the months, however, subtle imbalances began to emerge. Amanda frequently switched jobs, always dissatisfied and claiming mistreatment or lack of respect. Initially, I willingly covered most expenses, believing it temporary and wanting to support her during uncertain periods. Gradually, though, this financial imbalance became uncomfortable. While I earned slightly more, Amanda started expecting me to pay rent, utilities, groceries, and even entertainment, often without acknowledgement or gratitude. Arguments became frequent, especially when discussing finances. Amanda would emotionally manipulate me, asserting that my hesitation meant I didn't genuinely care for her or her aspirations. She insisted I had once promised unconditional financial support, though I had no recollection of making such a promise explicitly or implicitly. The relationship increasingly strained under these unrealistic expectations, leaving me emotionally drained. The situation reached a breaking point when Amanda proposed an extravagant weekend getaway precisely when I faced critical financial obligations. My refusal sparked a fierce confrontation, during which she accused me of neglecting her happiness and dreams. In frustration, I suggested she might find someone else more willing to meet her demands. Without hesitation, she packed her belongings and left. Initially, relief mixed with heartbreak defined my days after her departure. Amanda sent sporadic, guilt-inducing messages, but I ignored them, determined to move forward. Unbeknownst to me, she was preparing a legal maneuver I had never anticipated. Weeks later, an official court document arrived, shattering my calm. Amanda was suing me for palimony, claiming I promised lifelong financial support and manipulated her into financial dependency. Shocked and outraged, I sought legal advice immediately. My lawyer explained that while palimony claims were uncommon and complicated, certain verbal promises, if convincingly argued, could sometimes influence courts. Determined not to let Amanda exploit our past relationship, I meticulously gathered evidence contradicting her allegations. I compiled text messages highlighting her declarations of independence, financial records proving her intermittent contributions, and digital conversations demonstrating her voluntary employment resignations. This thorough preparation aimed to debunk Amanda's portrayal of me as controlling or manipulative. During initial court hearings, Amanda appeared convincingly distressed, her attorney painting me as an emotionally abusive partner who trapped her into dependency. My lawyer, however, skillfully presented our evidence, texts where Amanda boasted about quitting jobs on whims and openly expressing her intent to rely financially on me without obligation. The judge, cautiously intrigued by our counter-evidence, recommended proceeding to a full trial for further evaluation. Preparing for trial consumed my time and energy, but unexpected allies emerged. Several mutual acquaintances provided statements affirming Amanda's pattern of job hopping by choice, dismissing any notion I forced her into financial dependence. A particularly damning revelation surfaced when a friend shared Amanda's previous attempt at a similar financial claim against another ex-partner. Although that case ended quietly, it clearly demonstrated her manipulative tendencies. Just before the trial began, my attorney received anonymously forwarded screenshots of Amanda's conversations with a close friend. The messages explicitly detailed Amanda's intentions to exploit my generosity, confidently referring to me as easily manipulated. Despite uncertainties about presenting anonymous evidence in court, we verified their authenticity, matching timelines and events precisely. The courtroom tension on the trial day was palpable. Amanda played her victim role convincingly until my attorney introduced the incriminating conversations. As the judge read the messages aloud, Amanda's demeanor shifted dramatically from composed sorrow to visible panic. Her attempts to dismiss the evidence as fabricated failed miserably against meticulous verification. The judge's final verdict decisively favored my position, dismissing Amanda's palimony claim entirely. He declared no credible evidence existed of any formal or informal long-term financial commitment from me. Amanda's credibility collapsed entirely, exposed by her own admissions. Following the court's decision, Amanda confronted me angrily, threatening reputational damage and professional sabotage. Refusing to engage further, I simply informed her that any further harassment would result in additional legal action. Frustrated and humiliated, she departed without further incident. Word quickly spread through our social circles about the courtroom revelations, dispelling any lingering doubts about my character. Amanda's attempt to portray herself as a victim was overwhelmingly rejected, isolating her further. Though victorious, the emotional toll was significant. Reflecting on the experience taught me crucial lessons about trust, generosity, and manipulation in relationships. Amanda exploited my goodwill, twisting kindness into financial obligation. The ordeal reinforced the necessity of clear boundaries and vigilance against emotional manipulation. Financially and morally vindicated, I emerged stronger and wiser. My perspective on relationships shifted profoundly, emphasizing mutual respect, financial responsibility, and transparent communication. No longer would charisma or charm blind me to underlying intentions. Today, free from Amanda's manipulation, I navigate relationships cautiously yet optimistically. My story serves as a cautionary tale, highlighting the dangers of vague promises, emotional manipulation, and unchecked generosity within relationships. Recognizing these pitfalls can prevent similar experiences for others, promoting healthier connections built on honesty and mutual respect. If you found value or insight in my experience, please subscribe to the channel for more real-life lessons and stories.